Good morning and welcome to On the Spot News right here on Zimbabwe Daily. My name is Barbara Matarize and let's take a look at the news making the headlines. Fossil sets Lafarge takeover in motion. Banks' profits grow 311%. Government makes changes to forex loans repayment regime. Cops arrested for $10 fraud. Prioritize smallholder farmers. Let's collaborate on radiotherapy, says government. War veterans in witch hunt. And here are our main news in detail. A little known but significantly influential domestic firm that shook the status quo to clinch a deal, giving it majority control of Lafarge Cement Zimbabwe, has accelerated its execution after reducing the transaction to a legal pact. In a market update Tuesday, the Zimbabwe Stock Exchange ZSE listed cement maker said Fossil Mines Private Limited, which triumphed deep-pocketed suitors to land the deal, moved its first step into the boardroom by inking a binding agreement with Associated International Cement Limited (ICL), which has pledged it in 76% stake in the business on sale. Binding agreements, which are legal contracts, can be enforced under laws, and should there be a dispute related to the fundamentals of the contract, or if there has been a breach of contract, the parties may need to resolve the case in court. Profits in Zimbabwe's banking sector raised by 311% during the first quarter ended March 31, 2022, underpinned by interest on loans and advances. Reserve Bank of Zimbabwe RBZ report showed on Monday that sector profits increased to $27.5 billion, with interest income from loans, advances, and fees and commissions constituting 34.36% and 30.32% of total income, respectively. The report came as the RBZ hiked interest rates to 200% on Monday from 80% previously, placing the banking sector on track for further windfalls in the coming months. However, much of the sector's earnings will continue to be compromised by high inflation rates, which hit 191.7% this month from 131% in May, making the search for real returns a difficult task across all of Zimbabwe economic sectors. Treasury will put a provision in new legislation codifying the use of US dollars and the local currency to allow banks to recoup foreign currency loans in forex to prevent losses. As the local currency continues to depreciate, reaching 100 reaching to a $1 as to 720 RTGS on the parallel forex market in the past few days from about 1 to 650 last week. Borrowers have increasingly been turning to green bank loans. However, with the current framework in place, borrowers can repay forex loans in local currency at the prevailing auction or interbank forex rates. Banks have been reporting write-downs due to the policy. Two general hands attached to the police Morris Depot Equitation Department today appeared before Harare Magistrate Yokai Zuda facing $10 fraud charges. The Joe Lakson Matanda, 36, and Andrew Bonyongwe, 34, allegedly misrepresented that were deployed at the Central Criminal Bureau CCB, which handles fingerprint processes. They were remanded tomorrow for bail hearing. The informant in the matter is employed as a truck driver at MagTag. Government Government should prioritize smallholder farmers in valuable and marginalized communities by availing to them public credit lines. In a policy digest titled "The Feasibility of the National Agriculture Policy Framework 2018 to 2030," released on Monday, the Zimbabwe Coalition on Date and Development (ZIMCODE) urged the Finance Ministry to come up with guarantees or collateral mechanisms that enable farmers to access private financial credit facilities. ZIMCODE said smallholder farmers are failing to secure credible and affordable loans due to poor public financial and credible facilities. Health and Child Care Deputy Minister John Mangwiro has appealed for partnerships to address the shortage of radiotherapy equipment essential in detecting and treating non-communicable disease such as cancer. Mangwiro said only one radiotherapy machine was working at public health institution, forcing patients to access expensive radiotherapy services at private health institutions. Mangwiro said the United Nations Sustainable Development Goal 3 touches on issues of access to good health and well-being, and to ensure healthy lives and promote well-being of all ages. War veterans are restructuring in an exercise expected to claim some scalps to weed out rogue elements that could disrupt President Emerson Mnangagwa's chances of being re-elected next year. The Zimbabwe National Liberation War Veterans Association is preparing to conduct elections across the country in 10 provinces to usher in the new leadership. The elections will be held before the ruling ZANU-PF Congress slated for October. Manicaland Province Chairperson Gift Kagweda yesterday confirmed the restructuring exercise. The Health Service Board (HSB) has urged to expediently look into matters raised by the country's healthcare workers who engaged in strike action last week, calling for better wages and working conditions. On Monday, nurses and doctors called off a strike, saying they would give negotiations a chance after being called to go back to work. However, nothing tangible has yet emerged from the wage negotiations. This is all that we had for you today. Please remember to tune in same time, same day tomorrow. And remember, stay warm. For me and the crew behind the scenes, bye for now.